Okay guys, today we are going to be checking out Cris and John's. It is a Vietnamese Mexican fusion street food.
We're going to be talking about a ton of food today. We got a lot for you, so stick with us while we rate each and every one of them. As we go through all the food, we'll determine if it's a must go to in Dallas. Starting with the inside, it's a pretty small place, but the vibe on the inside is pretty cozy. I love that on the wall they have "Life's Too Short, Just Eat."
I was going to say, I feel like that is our motto 100%.
For the price of everything we got, it isn't half bad.
And when you sit down, they gave us complimentary water, so that was nice. The first item that came out was the horchata boba milk tea. This thing was absolutely delicious.
It comes with a pretty freshly made churro, which was ooey gooey and very delicious, but the presentation was pretty nice.
That cinnamon is delicious. It's like cinnamon toast crunch milk after you've eaten your cereal. That's what this tastes like. It is phenomenal.
And I do have to say it does taste exactly like cinnamon toast crunch, and the churro itself was absolutely delicious. This is a must-get item at Cris and John's.
If we were to go back, that would be one of the things we would for sure get again.
Alright, the second item we decided to dive into was the kimchi fries. It came with really fresh kimchi, spicy mayo, and a sunny side up egg. I have to say, for the price it is and for how much you get, it was a lot of food.
Every single bite was so tasty.
The fries itself were still very crispy even to the end of the meal.
They never got mushy, which I love that about those kind of fries.
And the taste of the kimchi was pretty good too. It added some sweetness as well. But also with the mayo added sweetness, but it wasn't like sour, it wasn't too spicy either. It was pretty good, and the sunny side up egg added that nice creaminess to a few of the bites. So I'd rate the kimchi fries probably a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna agree, 7 out of 10. It was so delicious. Alright, so the next item we got was the street corn dip. This was so yummy and it had a nice bite to it. Came with these homemade pita chips. I thought they went well together. Honestly though, the corn was so good you could just eat it by itself. We were using a spoon to eat it.
Yeah, it was so good that honestly I stopped using the pita chips and just started scooping the corn with the spoon and just shoving it in my mouth. It was so good we had to give our little happy dance.
Yeah.
But the presentation was very nice and it was a very filling bowl.
It was a very filling dish.
Yeah, it was a very filling dish. They give you a good portion. Now, it's not very sweet, and I know we said there's a bite to it. This street corn has that lime sour taste to it. It does have like a sweet taste to it, but it's also a sour lime taste as well.
Which I love. Alright, our next dish was the Bang Bang sauce wings. These were nothing that I've ever had before. I loved the flavor of these.
Yes, the flavor, if I can describe it, is very sweet, like a honey mustard kind of taste, but not so much honey mustard. It was like barbecue, but honey, it was just very sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of like, it had like chili taste to it as well.
It's its own flavor for sure, so it's really hard to compare, but I definitely recommend these if you ever come here. The wings were cooked really nice, and they provided a lot of sauce, which I love with my wing.
And they were pretty big too. Like the wing sizes were pretty large, and the meat in it is just very nice and thick.
Up next is the sweet drama bao bun and the southern soul bao bun.
Southern soul is a fried chicken, which was very delicious. I wish the chicken was a little bit bigger, but overall the taste, the crispiness was pretty good on its own. I loved the toppings that they put in it. They put lettuce, carrots, and these weren't just normal carrots, they were pickled carrots.
I felt like it was a very refreshing dish for sure.
And then next was the sweet drama bao bun, which was beef bulgogi, and the toppings were crispy onions, a cucumber, some pickled carrots in it as well. And this one was my favorite out of the bao buns. I thought it tasted sweeter. It had much more of a rich flavor to it than the southern soul. But overall, I really like this one. I'd probably give it a 8 out of 10 for the sweet drama, and I give the southern soul a 6 out of 10.
I think I agree with the rating. For the same reasons, I agree with the rating. It was very refreshing, very good flavor though, and pretty filling. This is probably the most interesting dish that we got. It is the chicken mole ramen burrito, which I can honestly say I never thought I'd ever say that in my life.
And the mole sauce was pretty decent. It's not like the best mole sauce you've ever had, but for what it was and for the odd combination that we're eating it with, it was interesting. We preferred it to eat the burrito just by itself. The mole sauce was a nice touch, but it made it taste very chocolatey, which some people say moles should taste like chocolate, but I don't really want a chocolate burrito.
Yeah, there's different ways to make mole, and this wasn't necessarily my favorite, but the idea was amazing, and as you can see, these burritos were thick.
Yes, filled with noodles, filled with your chicken and veggies as well. It was really nice. It was an interesting taste. We didn't get the pho burrito just because the ramen burritos just sounded more interesting. Like, we've never had that before, right?
Yeah.
But they are known for their pho burritos, so the next time we come here, we're definitely trying the pho burrito.
For sure.
And speaking of pho, next we got the birria tacos, which comes with a pho broth consomme.
I think this was probably one of my favorite Vietnamese Mexican fusion dishes because it is the perfect combination of both. It was so yummy, and the pho broth was delicious.
It honestly tasted like the perfect balance of saltiness and sweetness when you dip in the birria taco. And that dippage, oh man, it's so nice. Because the tacos itself were crispy and soft on the inside, but crispy on the outside. And so dipping it in that broth, it soaked up all the juices, and it was just amazing.
And this one had a lot of cheese, and it was just so delicious.
And a lot of meat.
Yes, very filling as well.
I would give this dish out of 10, probably a 9 out of 10. It was extremely good.
Agreed. And fun thing about this is once you're done with the taco, the consomme is like a whole nother meal. You got pho right there.
Yeah, so you got your little pho broth right there. It's just a drink and wash down all the previous food that you ate. And so like I said, guys, this place gets busy. The line gets out the door. When we were here, it was just at the door. But later in the day, it definitely gets outside the door. I highly recommend this place because all the food here was just spectacular. I enjoyed each and every single dish that we got.
There's so many more options that we didn't display, and we definitely plan on going back because we want to try all the new things that we didn't try this time.
So Cris and John, you are a must go to when you come to Dallas.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you guys for checking out this video.
If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below.
And we'll see you in the next Cozy Experience.
Peace.
Peace.